Hi there. Today I want to share with you something I'm passionate about. I'm a big advocate of video. I believe there is untapped potential in and outside the classroom. Originally, my college major was film. I wanted to be a filmmaker before I became an educator. During my studies, I found film to be the ultimate art form. It encompasses all art in one product. Creating video is the most accessible it's ever been. Digital video is a great tool to excite and engage students, but it also is the ultimate form of collaboration. That's why we're here today. We're going to use film as a tool for collaborative learning. Digital video encompasses all the arts. In Hollywood films, all the disciplines in education are used in the finished product. When I originally sat down to do this project, I knew film would be the focus. But how would I make it useful? There have been film clubs and after-school activities before. My challenge was to make something different and useful. I thought for a long time how I could make this product into something more than a glorified elective. Originally, my plan was to create curriculum that would use the disciplines in service of a film project. First, let's briefly go over the process of filmmaking and content areas that support it. All films begin with story. Characters, setting, plot, protagonist, antagonist, rising action, and climax are all included in films, just like in your English class. They're first outlined to identify characters, setting, and plot, basically the bare bones of a story. This outline then becomes a script. The story is further fleshed out, characters are more defined. This is what will eventually be filmed in front of cameras. The script is sent to artists whom storyboard the entire film. The movie is created as shown here in pictures from beginning to end. This gives the filmmakers a visual reference of how the film will look. It also shows the look of characters and potential shots they may use. Filming includes all art departments. Acting, painting, sculpting, photography, perspective are all used when making a film. These are moving pictures. History and science are utilized to make sure the film is accurate to the setting in which the story takes place. The subject must be researched or the audience may be taken out of the story. Music is added later once filming has been completed. This often creates the emotional response from an audience. You would put music from a horror film into an animated film. The same rules apply for student projects. The film is created to make a seamless whole. Editing takes everything filmed and cuts it down to an acceptable runtime for audiences. Special effects can be added to add more realism to a shot, or to make a setting or character more believable. Math is used throughout the entire process. Films are a product of corporations and investors. Both are driven to not lose money. Math is used to determine audience response to story, actors, setting, even dialogue. Surveys, polls, interviews, laughs, and silence are all used to make the film the best possible product. The best possible product has the best chance to return the investment. Video is an important tool for students to learn, and not just students, everyone. We live in a digital age. These are the tools to help us navigate it. According to edtechteacher.org, video projects teach students to plan, organize, write, communicate, collaborate, and analyze. As the media further matures, students may need to be able to express themselves as effectively through moving imagery as with the written word. Some of the benefits students have by collaborating with each other. Video creates a different outlet for learning. Video presents information in a different, more interesting way. But the question is, how do I use this? This blending of cross-disciplines always fascinated me. There was one product, but along the way, each skill I learned in my education was presented in a useful way. I remember thinking in school, I'm never going to use this. I don't need to know about story structure, statistics, art. I'm going to work in a job. But here was something that integrated all of them in an interesting way. This collaboration of disciplines I wanted to extend to my students and beyond. But how? First is to create a collaborative culture. Create a positive culture that suits collaboration. My original plan was to create curriculum that would integrate various disciplines in a single film project. English would handle story and scripting, art would handle storyboards, costume sets, digital effects. Math would pull the student body to determine if the story and characters were going to be met positively. History and science would fact-check parts of the plot for accuracy. all the disciplines would be represented in one project students would present. My thought was this could be a project throughout the entire year. However, when presenting my initial thoughts, I was unaware of some of the obstacles facing me. Basically, I'm forcing new curriculum to teachers who are already strapped for resources and time. Plus, I would need district approval to create enough relationships with my peers for this to be a success. This seemed like hurdles that could derail my entire project. The idea then came to create a service. There is never enough time in a day. Can we agree that we all see the value of video? I don't think any of us doubt the importance of this media. My project then shifted. Students would create videos for teachers. I believe all teachers would love to create video content. However, time is always an obstacle. Testing, planning, and day-to-day activities limit the time available to create original content. By giving students the task of creating original content in the classroom, I accomplish my original goal and create something of value. The students will create service-based projects. Teachers decide the subject and content. The students then create a video geared to the needs of the teacher, much like how advertisers create commercials and posters and magazine media for their clients. Teachers can then offer input as needed to help the students create a usable piece of content for the classroom. Because these projects will be used to help in the classroom, there may be more positive response to help and contribute to the project. As the students complete projects, they understand the usefulness of each discipline. Each discipline is represented in these finished projects. The students will find value in creating a product that will be used, not just a paper model to be thrown out, but a project that will be used over and over. This project will help them collaborate and build communication skills. They will see the value in understanding story structure, art principles, and statistics. This service creates the vehicle for cross-discipline collaboration, and hopefully create excitement, but more importantly, a sense of accomplishment by creating a project that has value, not just a grade, but a use. This service creates a function. Student video projects based on the needs of teachers shows the need for each discipline. A project will be a disaster without a story in place. The project will be of no interest if the students are not surveyed and polled to determine what excites them. Without the right composition, framing, and perspective, the project can become confusing. By creating content which utilizes all content areas, students will see value in education. Students will find a use for their studies. This will improve college readiness and engagement. Digital video projects allow us to present the same curriculum in a new and exciting way. To summarize, the project students will create a digital video as a service to teachers. The teacher decides the content and topic. Students work together and collaborate and create a video for the teacher. The teacher will offer guidance and support based on the needs of their specific classroom, much in the same way commercials are made. This service will excite faculty. The sense of collaboration and accomplishment will drive students to perform better academically. This is a great way to excite teachers and students in supporting this project. Thank you for your time. The end.